Welcome. In this video, I'll show you how to change from the virtual service account for Power BI report server or SSRS to the network service account. Let's get started. So before we actually change over to the network service account, you might be asking yourself, why would you want to change over to the network service account from the virtual service account? And that was a really good question. As I was redoing this certificate blog set and pulling out this one into its own blog set, I went and retested this thing. And what I found was that the virtual service account now works. So back in the Configuration Manager 2012 R2 days, if you had the virtual service account versus the network service account, you would run into problems that it would basically give you an error when you were running the default reports, or basically any RBAC report. So the simplest way to solve that was to change it over to the network service account. Now, hindsight being what it is, I now have realized that what the real problem is the virtual service account was not in the Windows authorization access group. This is an AD group, and once it was added into that, everything was good. Now, this information was buried really deep into the Configuration Manager documentation, and it wasn't so clear. I have got a blog on the subject. It is sitting over on the Recast website on this thing and explaining the whole thing. But ultimately, the error comes down to this default expression user token SID received an error. And this was the simplest way to solve that problem at that time. So all that's to say is I've tested again in 2023, almost 2024, and the virtual service account doesn't seem to be a problem with the Power BI report server that I'm using. I've still left this thing in because there still seems to be, if your environment's locked down, you may need to do this, and it may be related to an SPN issue as well. But this is a simple way to solve that problem for you going forward, and then you can look at it at another time. So let's get started and show you how to actually change the service account. So we're here on my, in this case, a Power BI report server. So we're going to start by opening up the Power BI report server configuration manager. This is the exact same tool you would use if it was SSRS. So we're going to launch it and go through the UAC and connect off to my server here. So there's really no big tricks to it. You literally just go down to the service account and you'll notice that it's using the virtual service account. We're going to just change that off to the network service account. I next have to click apply, and now it's going to ask me to make a copy of the encryption key. So I'm going to put this encryption key onto my desktop here, and I'm just going to call it PBRS, and we're going to go OK or save, and then it's going to ask me for a password. Now this has to be a complex password. There's all sorts of tricks you can do for a complex password, but it definitely has to be complex. So you're going to need a letter, a number, and a special character. So this, if I've done it right, should be okay, and save. Now it's going to actually change the context of everything, and it's going to use my account. I'm a full administrator on this VM and under SQL and SSRS, so when I click OK to this, it should continue on. So we go OK. And you can see that after, well, what was that, about a minute, everything has been converted over to the network service account. With that, you can click Exit and move on to whatever task you are going to. With that, I'd like to thank you for watching and encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and to the blog. This way you'll be notified as all the latest content comes out. Until next time.